Now moving on to, as I always say, this is the best thing about these iPads, the specific software and the battery life. So first of all, with the software, this thing started off with iOS 12.1.3. It did get upgradable to iOS 14 right now, so we're on 14.4.1 or whatever it is, and this thing is going to be lasting for a couple more years for sure at least. This thing's lifespan is going to be insane, and to give you some perspective, this thing has pretty much the same chipset inside of it as the iPhone XR and XS and XS Max, and those things feel like they just came out, right? So those things are probably going to be getting updates for quite a bit of time. I mean, the iPhone 6s, the iPhone 7, iPhone 8 are also supported, and those phones came out before the iPhone XS. So I'm not really 100% too sure what's going to be happening, but I would say at least like another 3 years this thing's going to be getting updates. So this thing's going to be lasting for quite a bit of time in that. So that's a really cool advantage there. But on the other side, this thing also has an 8,134 mAh battery. And as I mentioned before, that is a massive size battery to have on this type of iPad. It does have a higher resolution display, and it definitely is, a little bit more power heavy, but that's still not like a small size battery for this type of device. So you're definitely going to be lasting for quite a bit of time on this specific iPad. And as I mentioned, if you're a student, if you're somebody who needs to take this iPad from you to one class to the other, if you need something to kind of, be a substitute for your laptop sometimes, this iPad is, the best thing about it besides the software is probably the battery life. It's a really good battery life for this type of device. So in terms of those two things, I think these are the best assets for the iPad Air 3 when it comes down to kind of like a functioning standpoint. I think the software is amazing, and I think the battery is also really, really good on this iPad. It's definitely not the best. I think the iPad Pros had really good battery life for the most part too, but this device had killer battery life as well. So in terms of that pretty much covers up, one of my favorite things about this iPad. And